She's trying to walk away or something. He pulled the joint out, back of the skull, bang, takes off. They end up catching him in like Seattle or something a couple months later. He gets arrested. He's in trial for a minute, all a couple years. And then finally they give him life in prison or whatever. This is the story of Terrence, my childhood friend who's now serving life in prison for a homicide. All right, so I met Terrence in first grade. We went to Fulton Elementary together. His mom was like, I would say upper middle class. She was doing pretty well. He lived in a nice neighborhood, a big house or whatever. And he was in my class in first grade. We met, talking or whatever. And I remember he came to school with, I think, Ric Flair and the Sting, like the little wrestling figures. And back then they had these desks that you could lift up like this and put stuff in the desk storage, like notebooks, textbooks, pens, paper, stuff like that. I wanted them wrestling figurines so bad, but my mom couldn't afford it. And his mom was buying him everything. So I peep him, he lifts up, he looking around, slides the toys into the desk and close it. Takes another peek around, gets up, asks the teacher to go to the bathroom, he dip out of the class. I'm like, oh yeah, them joints as good as gone. So I slide over, lift the desk, grip the toys, I go tuck them off in the cut, because I ain't trying to get caught. He come back, oh, somebody took my stuff, boom, boom, boom. I start helping him look for it. Now my conscience is eating at me, because me and him cool. I mean, we really just met, but he seemed like a cool dude, and just stealing ain't sit well with me. So I helped him find it where I put it, you know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, they right here. He was like, oh, good look, whatever. And then that became my man like that, my homie, right? So first grade, second grade, we thick as thieves or whatever. Then I go to another school. So me and him really lose contact because ain't no social media, ain't no phones or none of that. If you don't live in that neighborhood, you don't see that person if y'all don't go to the same school no more. So I ain't seen Terrence for a minute. Boom, ninth grade, we reconnect. But now I got a different friend group that I'm hanging with. My man Lex, my man Rail, and my man Reese. Now we all running the streets, you know what I'm saying? We riding bikes, we playing GoldenEye 007 every day, you know what I'm saying? If you see one of us, you see the other three of us. Our moms know each other. We call each other moms. It's a bond like that. So we all close, we tight knit. Then the four of us start rapping. Yeah. I used to rap, you know what I'm saying? I know y'all be seeing the videos, the wordplay is immaculate. I was nice on the mic, you know what I mean? So we started rapping or whatever. Boom, cool. Now we in high school, you know what I'm saying? We started rapping like the summer before high school. Now we in high school, and guess who we run into? Terrence. I'm like, oh, what's good, bro? You would have thought we ain't just go all those years without seeing each other. Dap him up, what's good with you? Yo, where you stay at now? Oh, I'm right behind the school. Oh, man. Now, Terrence was a little bit of a loner. He is always messing with the shorties. He always had joints, but he ain't really run with no crew or nobody. He was always by himself. And he lived directly behind the school. I mean, like literally a half a block. You walk out the back of the school. So he used to cut school, take shorties to the crib while his mom was at work, smash him or whatever, and then go about his business. So then he started hanging with us more and more, and he get close with them just the way he was close with me back in the day. So now it's the five of us. We super tight. So now we rapping or whatever, you know what I'm saying, doing a thing. Terrence ain't really nice on the mic. But I remember every day we would leave school and go to Terrence's grandma's house because she lived up the street and she would allow him to have company. His mom wasn't with it. So we'd go to his grandma's house and we'd sit down and write rhymes and battle each other. He would always get mad because we were cooking. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't nice like that. We was. So we would toast him on a 16 and he'd be hot or whatever. But that still was my guy, whatever. So fast forward, now the five of us, we in the streets. We doing, you know what I mean? We doing criminal activity. We street pharmaceutical reps, if you will, you know what I mean? And Terrence want to get in on it. So I'm like, I bet, you know what I'm saying? We gonna, you know what I mean, put you in or whatever. So Terrence ain't really that good of a street hustler, you know what I'm saying? He be messing up the flip, all that. So he wasn't really doing that well. But he was my boy, so we kept him around. Fast forward a couple of months, this dude took a girl home from school, cut school or whatever, took Shorty to his house, slayed her in his mom's bed, He break her off all crazy in the bed. They dip, go out, go do whatever they doing. What he didn't know, and I don't know if he saw it or not, I don't know how this happened, but when his mom come home, she go and see her bed all messed up. She pulled back the covers. The girl was on her period and bled in mom's bed. Ain't no towel down or nothing. So the mom come home flipping. She's sick of Terrence. Now, she didn't reach their limit with him. He got to go. So she kick him out. Grandma tired of him too. You can't come here. He like, damn, bro, I ain't got nowhere to go. I hit my mom up like, yo, we can't let him be homeless. Let him come stay with us. You know what I'm saying? My mom was so cool. She was like, oh, yeah, he like a son to me. He could come. We go down Terrence's house, me and my mom in the car. He packed all as much clothes as he could get, any little stuff he needs, loads it up in the whip. My mom talked to his mom. She's like, more power to you, Terry, because he can't stay here. My mom's like, I got you, you know what I mean? We go back to the house or whatever. So now Terrence is living with me. So even though all of us, me, Lex, Reese, Rel, Terrence, we all close, me and Terrence is getting closer and closer, pause, because he lived there with me. You know what I'm saying? He's at the house every day when we wake up, we go out, hustle, we come back together. So we getting closer, we're getting a lot closer. He started doing little stuff that start to let me know that he ain't really have it all. You know what I mean? And I was like, yo, what's up with dude? So there was a dude that lived right around, I could look out my backyard and see dude's house. White dude named George Gasparic. His dad owned a roofing business ever since I was a little kid, you know what I'm saying? And the junior basically worked for the dad or whatever. As he got older, he started, falling victim to the drug epidemic, you know what I'm saying? So he gets hooked on the crack rock, and I happen to be selling crack rock. So I break George off on the front. Biggie told me you should never front the work. I did. I wasn't listening to the 10 crack commandments. Gave George the work, right? So George has the work, and he's supposed to pay me back in, let's say, a week. A week comes, George don't got the money. 2 weeks come, George ain't got the money. I think maybe a month then passed, and now I'm pressing George outside of the crib. Yo, bro, go inside right now and get my money, or I'm fucking you up. I'm tired of playing with you. The games is over. But while I'm pressing George, I got the squad with me. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't going to front. George was a gym dude. He is blowing a glass pipe, pause, but he still was on like tight, he is a little bit brolic, right? So I ain't want him to, get frisky with me. So I got the click with me. So we pressing him or whatever. He like, bro, I swear, Terrence is like, man, whatever, and walks off. He goes in the house. Now, I don't know what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? He goes in the house. He comes back. Terrence then went in the house and grabbed my ratchet that I had tucked away in the room. He brandishes the hardware on George. George is like, George go right in his pocket, pull the bread out. I'm like, oh, bro, go take that shit in the house. What the fuck is wrong with you? I basically chastised Terrence in front of everybody, but George did pay the bread. Terrence go back in the house, but he's so uncontrolled, his emotions is all over the place. Then when he go back in the house, in the room we stayed in, I stayed in the 3rd floor of my house. It was 2 rooms separated by a wall. Now that I think about it, them rooms was mad little. That should have been 1 room. But on one side, my uncle he lived on that side, and me and Terrence was on the other side. Now, my uncles kept trying to catch me, in action, distributing the narcotics. You know what I'm saying? They was on me. They used to follow me out the crib. They was trying to bust me, but I was too slick. So one day, Terrence don't know that my uncle's in that house sleep. So when he goes up there to put the ratchet back in the vent, there was like a vent you could lift up out the floor. He goes and puts it in there. My uncle Mark gets curious. What is he doing in there? Terrence come back out the house. Mark goes in there, takes the joint, hides it or whatever. I don't find out that it's gone till like 3 days later when I needed it. I go in the vent to get it, ratchet missing. I'm like, yo, what's popping? I know Mark got it. You know what I'm saying? So I confront Mark about it. He like, yeah, I took it. And Terrence came in being loud, playing with the vent. I got curious, went in there and seen it. You my nephew. I'm trying to protect you. I'm not trying to hear none of that. So, I feel bad about it now, but I remember back then I was like, Mark, if that gun ain't back by the end of the day, I'm going to go buy another one and I'm going to smoke you. That's how far gone I was off into the streets. Thank God I made it out of that. But Terrence gets the joint taken, you know what I'm saying? So I'm threatening my uncle, like, I'm about to pop you if I don't get the heat back. So because he's scared that I'm going to really do it, he gives the heat to my other uncle, who's younger than him, but still older than me. And that uncle is my Uncle JR. We like brothers. So I ain't gonna shoot him. This is my favorite uncle, you know what I mean? So I know I just gotta take it on the chin. So I'm like, oh yeah, Mark is smart, he knew what to do or whatever. So I just charged the ratchet to the game. But I'm like, yo, Terrence, you owe me how I think I paid $1.25 for it. It was a tray 5. It was a tray pound. I'm like, yo, you owe me that money. He's like, all right, I got you, bro. But I ain't holding him against him. You know what I mean? I'm still looking at him like, yeah, knucklehead. We kicking it. We hustling together, all that. We got shorties at the crib. And this is how we was thugging it, right? I had a bed, but under the bed, I used to slide another mattress under there. And when it was time for him to go to sleep, we would pull it out. So there'd be times where I wake up, look down on the mattress, he got a shorty in there cracking something. I'm like, yo, bro, you could have asked me to leave. Like, what's going on? But this is my guy. And I'm telling y'all all this to let you know that this is my man, 100 grand. We thick as thieves, right? So then eventually I get arrested. You know what I'm saying? My time was coming. I knew it was happening. And I'll tell that the whole hustling story in another segment. But I get arrested. I get locked up or whatever. While I'm locked up, my mom come up to the detention center because I'm in a juvenile joint, and she's like, yo, I'm trying to get you out, but I ain't got enough money to pay the Verizon bill. And they was trying to put me on house arrest. And when you get on house arrest, I guess back in the day, I don't know how it is now, you couldn't have no features on the phone, no three-way, no call waiting, none of that. You'd have just a basic line. But my mom owed a bill, so they wasn't willing to make any changes until the bill was paid. I'm like, oh, how much is the bill? She like $232. I'll never forget that number. $232. I said, that's it? Yo, get my keys from lockup, because they had my keys. I'm like, open the safe in my room, take the money out of there, pay the phone bill. I said, I got like an ounce in there of the Yamin. Give that to Terrence. Tell him to get that off, and he can keep the profit. Just give me the $800 I paid for, cause I gotta, you know what I'm saying, get my money back for what I paid. I'm like, so whatever he make off that he could keep, I need my $800 back. And then I said, I got a gold necklace in there. I got another hammer in there. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, sell whatever you need to make sure you straight, but pay that bill. She's like, cool. I never hear from my mom again. So I'm trying to get in touch with Terrence, find out what's going on. When I finally talked to Terrence, he like, yo, bro, I don't know what's up with your mom, man. She ain't been at the crib. The lights is off, this, that, and third. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, bro, I just grabbed my stuff, man. I'm bouncing house to house. She said I couldn't stay there no more unless I paid her some money or something. I'm like, damn, she never gave you the, you know what I mean? He was like, nah, she never gave me nothing. So now I'm kind of confused. Like, yo, what's going on with my mom? Go to court, I get out, find out my mom was addicted to drugs. Again, another story for another day. So I ain't seen Terrence. I go live with my dad in another hood that's not close to my hood. I'm on house arrest. I'm finishing up school. Summertime is coming or whatever. Now I'm a junior going into my senior year. My dad moves way out to the burbs. You know what I'm saying? All white people out there. I'm super far from the hood now. I can't go back to the hood for nothing. You know what I mean? He keep me as far away from trouble as possible. So now Terrence is ripping and running with Reese, Rail, and Lex still. You know, they still close. But then incoming a different person that we was like associates with, a dude named Mike Webb, right? We was cool with Mike, but me and Mike used to always have friction. We stole some bikes together. Then he had his bigger cousin take my bike off me, so I got a bike stolen off him. Like, we was cool, but that wasn't someone I trust or really had it, you know, would give it, like, have him watch my back. I wouldn't watch his. You know what I'm saying? So again, we was like associates. Now that I'm gone and I figured out that I was the one keeping everybody tight, one by one, Reese and them and Rail and Lex start falling out with Terrence. Like, those stories, I'm not gonna get into it too as long, but basically, Terrence was like a nymphomaniac. Matter of fact, we used to nickname him that, Nympho, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because he tried to hit everything moving. He walking out of an abandoned house one night in his alleyway with Reese's niece. She like 13 or 14 at the time. He like 17. Reese like, yo, what you doing with my niece? He like, yo, mind your business, bro, blah, blah. So they about to fight. They fall out because of that. So now Reese ain't banging with him, right? Then winter time comes. This is like the winter of probably '01. And they hanging on the block. Everybody on the block. Terrence is with Lex and Rail. He had a bottle of like wine or something, or whiskey. Some type of liquor he had. He tucks it in the cut because he don't want the task force, there's like the undercovers, to jump out and find him with the 80, with the bev, you know what I'm saying? So he tucked it in the cut. They talking or whatever. Mike Webb pull up, yo, jump in, T. We run into somewhere. So he's like, bet, jumps in but forgets the bottle. So they take off or whatever. Lex and Rel like, yo, we getting out of here. It ain't nothing out, it's cold. They grab the liquor, they go to the crib and drink it. So when he come back to get the bottle, it's gone. He like, I know them niggas stole my bev. So he kind of confront him, but he came like, yo, y'all broke ass niggas took my liquor. And that was like the wrong way to do it. So they was like, man, get the fuck out. And they start sunning him, talking crazy to him. Because he really was like a hoe. He was a bitch. But he was like putting on this, he was being a character. He used to be talking tough and all this. Be like, man, you ain't really built like that, Terrence. Like even when he got the biscuit to go press George, that was like, yo, that's like, it's theatrics. You're doing the dramatics, you know what I mean? And so it's performative. And so they kind of sun him, man, if you're a liquor, you bitch ass nigga, they talking crazy to him. Yeah, y'all niggas is gonna see, da-da-da. So he started kind of like making like threats to him a little bit. And they like, yeah, all right, niggas, whatever. So boom, that's it. So now they beefing. Now I told you, we rapped, and he rapped too, but he wasn't nice. So this nigga Lex makes the crazy diss track, some wild shit. Like, it was like the Cassidy freeway joint. It was like that lopsided. Everybody in the hood was talking about it. Yo, that nigga got at you crazy. Niggas is quoting the bars and shit. He brought up the fact that he banged Shorty on his raised bed. He's airing all this dude's personal laundry out. So now Terrence is getting hyped because Lex then made the crazy track. And Lex was the best rapper out of all of us. You know what I'm saying? It's him then me. But Lex was the nicest. And he got at him, right? So now their feud is starting to really amplify. The Rail is kind of a backseat feud. Like him and Terrence ain't really seeing eye to eye, but it ain't like on sight. The Lex and Terrence shit is starting to heat up. So one day I go back to the hood, I'm talking to Lex. Then I see Terrence later on. I'm like, yo, both y'all need to chill out, bro. Like, what the fuck is y'all doing? You know what I mean? This shit weird as hell. Summertime come, I graduate high school. Now I'm back living in the hood before I join the military. So I'm leaving at the end of August to go to the Army. So I'm out of school in June. Them next 2 months, I'm back in the hood with the gang. You know what I'm saying? But Terrence ain't hanging with us because of the little beef or whatever. But I'm still cool with him. It's still my man. I can't pick sides because we equally all friends. They just not seeing eye to eye. So I'm trying to middleman like, yo, both y'all niggas, I'm like AWACS, man, both y'all niggas shut the fuck up. Y'all both acting like a bunch of hoes. We gonna go in there, we gonna do this shit. Like that's how it was. I'm like, yo, both y'all niggas shut up. Because what's gonna happen is it's gonna escalate to something that we don't want to happen. And then it's gonna be like, damn, we should have just deaded this. So chill. They wasn't listening. They kept it up. Lex keep antagonizing. Terrence just keep getting mad, more mad, right? Shortly after that, I go to the military, right? I'm in basic training, and I remember it was October. I can't remember the date, but it was October. I get a letter in the mail from my mom saying, yo, Lex got shot by Terrence. He almost died on grandma's porch. I'm like, what? I tell the drill sergeant, like, I was wilding in basic. I kept losing my phone privileges. So I wasn't even allowed to call when that happened. I came to the drill sergeant like, look, I know there's consequences. I've been messing up. I'm like, one of my best friends just got shot. I don't know if he's alive or not, man. Can I please just make a call? You could listen to me right on the phone. He's like, yeah, cool. I ain't gonna listen, but you go get 10 minutes. I'm like, bet. I go downstairs, call back home. My mom tells me, I think it was my mom, whoever I called tells me, Lex was getting off the bus, runs into Terrence. Now, Terrence is with an old friend named D'Angelo. D'Angelo was my man, 50 grand, 100 grand, whatever you want, back in the day too. We went to middle school together, high school. Me and him was doing dirt together, you know what I'm saying? My first hammer case that I caught, I was with D'Angelo, you know what I'm saying? So D'Angelo been bad news, but that was my guy too. He just went wayward, got locked up for a robbery at a bar, and we hadn't seen D'Angelo for a minute. So he popped back up when I was already in the Army. So now him and Terrence is hanging. Again, if you notice the pattern, Terrence like an orphan. He just bouncing from dude to dude, from homie to homie, just trying to find somebody that will accept him or whatever, right? So now he hanging with D'Angelo. Now he didn't told D'Angelo, yeah, when I see Lex, it's up, yada, yada, yada. He's gassing it. So when Lex get off the bus, he seen, yeah, what's up? Terrence is mumbling. He don't really want no smoke. Lex keep walking. He walking up the hill to his house. Now where Lex live, where Rail live, where Reese live is all one block. It's Rail, Lex, Reese, my grandma's house, one block over. So we in the L, you know what I'm saying? He walked past Rail's house because he gonna go meet Rail and Reese at the top of the hill. They smoking or whatever. So he gonna go meet them. He's walking up the hill. D'Angelo's like, yo, you said when you seen him, you was going, yeah, da-da-da-da-da. Gives Terrence the ratchet. Pump, the battery's in his back, he gassing him. So now D'Angelo and Terrence start following Lex up the hill. When he get about a block away, he start letting off. I think he let off 5. Lex starts running, don't want to go to his house because he's like, they know where I live. So I'm gonna run to my grandma's house. They ain't gonna know I'm there. He don't even know he shot. He gets shot 3 times in the back. By the time he gets to my grandma's house, he bang on the door, passes out. My Uncle JR, the one I told you was like a brother to me, he comes out, finds him. They rush him to the hospital. He ends up living, but his back's all tore up. Terrence is on the run now. This is how Terrence gets caught. He's on some little girl's bike. Now, I don't think he stole the bike, but he had the bike and it was stolen. The little boy sees his sister's bike like, oh, that's my sister's bike. Goes and gets the dad. Dad, I see, Katie's bike. The dad pull up like, hey, what's going on, man? Like, I don't know issues or nothing. Like, that's my daughter's bike. I'm not even saying you stole it. I just want to get the bike back. No harm, no foul. You know what I mean? Somebody probably let you use it. He's being real diplomatic. Like, I ain't even calling you a thief. I'm saying somebody let you use it. Just get the bike back. Terrence waved him off. Man, get the fuck out of here. Start talking crazy to him. He's like, bro, I don't want no problems. I just want to get my daughter's bike back. He's like, yeah, the SMD. He's talking wild to dude. Dude's like, okay, Pittsburgh police, you're under arrest for receiving stolen property. He arrests him. When he's patting him down, Terrence got the joint that he popped Lex with. So he's like, oh, ratchet on you? He go down for a stolen Barbie bike and got the biscuit on him. Goofy shit, right? So he's locked up or whatever. That case goes to trial. They already got all the evidence, this, that, and the third. He do 5 for it, right? I'm in Iraq while he's doing his time. I'm like, damn, I'm trying to fix this issue because this has been my man since the first grade, since we was 6. So I'm trying to see if there's any way to resolve it, which is probably not. And people was like, yo, how you choosing? I'm like, yo, I can't choose Lex over him or him over. I mean, we both friends, and I told both them dumb niggas to dead that shit before something stupid happened. And guess what? Something stupid happened. Now it's my job to try to fix it. I'm away though. So I keep reaching out to his family, trying to get an address for him to write him. Finally get in touch with him, I write him. He like, yeah, niggas, whatever. Y'all, ain't nobody checking for me. I'm like, bro, I've been looking for you for 2 years. Nobody's helped me. I finally got the address. Let me send you some bread. I got all this cheese over here. I'm in Iraq. I can't spend it. Let me send you like a band or something so you can have commissary, whatever. He like, nah, I'm good. I don't need nobody. I'm doing this time on my own. I was like, all right, bro, I ain't kissing your ass. You got my address. You want to write me back? You need some bread? Send the word. It's done in the same day. I ain't got no problem helping you. I love you, man. When I come home, you get out. We're going to talk. We're going to sit down, man. We're going to try to figure this out. He like, yeah, all right. He get out of jail the same time I come home from the army. Because he did 5 years. I did 5 years. So when I see him, he looking at me like he gripping. I'm like, bro, what's good with you? Give me a hug, nigga. He was like, yeah, all right. I can see why he might be standoffish because in them 5 years that he's gone, now me and Lex get super tight. That's my brother, you know what I mean? He coming to Texas where I'm stationed at a couple times. He partying. When I come home, I'm staying with him. Like, this is my man like that now. So in his mind, he probably like, oh, they probably plotting on me. I got to watch my back, which wasn't the case. And I told Lex from the jump, don't expect me to choose sides because of how close we is. That's still my friend. And he was like, nah, bro, I'm not mad at that. I'm like, bet. Long story short, Terrence ended up going back to jail for a violation, due like 1.5 years or something. He come home again, I see him, invite him to a party at my house, a fight party. He declined because he think it's a setup. All right, cool, I'm washing my hands of it. I love you, bro. You got my number. If you need anything, hit me. He's like, cool. Fast forward, I can't remember what year it was. I'm scrolling through Facebook. I see this dude on the WPXI, which is the news in Pittsburgh. He wanted for a homicide. Basically clipped this BM, pilled her in the back of the noodle because she wouldn't let him see the kid or something. Some nut shit. I'm like, hey, nah, what the fuck? So I'm trying to reach out, figure out what's going on. Everybody back home like, yo, bro, he shot out. I don't know what's wrong with him. He had a baby with this joint. She was a probation officer for the CIS program, which was a program I used to work at. So she's a PO there. They messing around. I don't even know why she would be messing with someone like that, because really he ain't nothing going for him, and she a probation officer. But it is what it is. And they messing around. I guess he being a deadbeat or he being aggressive, whatever the case may be. She not letting him see the kid because of how he's acting. So he come down to, I guess, her mom's house or something. I don't want to spread misinformation because I don't have all the details, but he showed up to where she was at, and her mom was there with the kid. She's trying to walk away or something. He pulled the joint out, back of the skull, bang, takes off. They end up catching him in like Seattle or something a couple months later. He gets arrested. He's in trial for a minute, all a couple years. And then finally they give him life in prison or whatever. And it's like, I lost all respect for him because it's never women, never kids. We all know the code, you know what I'm saying? And for the longest, I tried to get him and Lex to have a sit down and just try to hash it out. Even if they ain't be friends again, at least explain why I got to that point and try to fix the issue. But it never happened. And then a part of me felt a little bit bad because I knew that he really wasn't like that, and he only started acting like that after his grandfather passed away. And a girl I used to know, I used to talk to back home was like, I think he lost his mind when his granddad passed away, because his granddad was like the only man he had in his life that was about anything. That was like his hero. And his granddad got killed on accident. And then after that, he was kind of like cuckoo, you know what I mean? So I really felt bad. And a part of me wanted to like write him a letter like, bro, just tell me what happened. Where'd you go wrong at? Like, we was friends since the WWF action figures. How you end up doing life, my man? Like, what happened to you, bro? It broke my heart a little bit, man, but I lost all respect because it was a woman. You know what I'm saying? And I tried not to be judging at first. I'm like, well, I don't know what he was going through with his kid. She was doing that, but that ain't the way, bro. That's never the way. You got the legal system. You got, you know what I mean? You got a million other routes to see your kid. You didn't have to do that. Now you ain't never going to see your kid. And that kid that lost a dad and a mom all in one shot, no pun intended. But it was just like, for me, hearing that, like, it just made me reflect on that whole life we had and just seeing how our paths differ so much. He's doing life in prison and I'm living the life that I've been dreaming of. And it's just like, man, just one wrong move, man, could take you just away from it all. So, man, like, I hope that the family can forgive him one day and that maybe he can reconnect with his kid and get forgiven or find the Lord or something just to change his ways, man. But it's like, I'm done with him, you know what I mean? But that's what happened, man. That was my lifelong friend doing life in prison now, man. So again, that's the story of Terrence. Please like this video. Leave a comment, subscribe if you haven't. Tell a friend to tell a friend, because any way that you can contribute to growing the audience on this channel, I greatly appreciate it, because I said it before, I said it again. Without you, there is no me, man, and I'm forever thankful for that. So, man, until next episode, man, y'all be safe, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.